Over the last 10 years, infrastructure has been the fastest growing sector in the private market asset class. And this has really been underpinned by two main drivers. The first is infrastructure investments have defensive qualities as they support the way society functions. Infrastructure assets are also linked to inflation, and so that has provided a tremendous correlation for those sorts of investments. In addition, what we have seen is infrastructure has the potential for significant alpha for investors by picking certain sectors that change over time, like we've seen in recent years with the rise of data, telecommunications, and now energy transition. Kate, you've been an investor in this sector for almost 20 years. What are some of the things that investors think about as they consider investing in infrastructure?
Well, it's a really interesting time because over that 20 years, there's been so much change, not only in what you can invest in, but also the size and magnitude of the market. So when we talk to our investors, first of all, it is what are you looking for in your portfolio? How do you define risk? Do you want that alpha? Do you want income? What time do you want the income? Do you want to be in certain geographies? Are you trying to diversify your portfolio? So once you work through what it is you're looking for, let's think about the how. How are you going to look at what was once under 10 managers, now there's over 700, almost 1,000. As a global team, we're doing over 1,000 GP meetings a year, so we believe you need to have a partner that is spread across the opportunity set and able to filter that down to match your why and what of the asset class.
Given the complexity of the global infrastructure market, at StepStone we've thought really hard about how best to support our clients. First, we've developed a large-scale, experienced, specialist infrastructure team. This is a team that is set up in all markets of the world, and this is critical because at any point in time we could be asked to review an investment from a manager in different jurisdictions, and we have a team that's ready to go live time to look at any opportunity, anytime. Kate, we've spent a lot of time thinking about how best to engage with our clients. What are some of the approaches that differentiate us?
Well, first and foremost, we want to be a partner and a solution provider. So when we provide solutions to our clients, we have to recognise they're all very different. So we work across a broad range of small to larger investments. Maybe it's via a fund, maybe it's co-investment, maybe it's secondaries, maybe it's a combination of all of those things for different reasons. We also pride ourselves on a really high-touch engagement model. So that involves being interactive with the clients, not only up front to understand what they're looking for, but through the investment journey.
We've also built our platform in a way that gives us comprehensive global coverage that enables us to have thousands of meetings with sponsors all over the world. Moreover, we've gone to great lengths to mine the data of our sector and to make better decisions for our clients on underwriting, and also to provide them with a greater level of transparency around their investments and around their portfolio.
I think that's right, and look, it's really interesting, particularly for infrastructure. If we go back a decade ago, one of the sort of hurdles for most investors was a benchmark doesn't exist and that data set's not there. So over 10 years ago, we made a conscious decision to collect that data and we can create these benchmarks that our clients need.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. We have thousands of asset level data points, and that's helped us to build StepStone's benchmark for infrastructure. We have a daily valuation engine. We've built an internal risk index that helps us appraise investments. And these are the things that make a real difference in investing our clients' money for the best possible outcome. A lot's happened in our sector over recent years. What are you most excited about in the years ahead of us?
Well, first and foremost, let's keep delivering on our clients' objectives and meeting their return targets, meeting their risk profile. And then second of all, continue the way we work in getting the brightest minds together to think about solutions and creative ways we can work with our clients to meet their strategies. And then what's really topical at the moment is how are we involved in the next generation? How are we looking at ESG? How are we looking at responsible investment and being on top of data intelligence?
Agree. It's a pretty different time for us. 20 years ago, we were spending the best part of a decade convincing people that infrastructure was actually a thing. We then spent the next 10 years working hard to invest it for them. And I think the 10 years in front of us are going to be the proof of the concept, to prove to investors that this is going to be an important part of their portfolio and deliver real benefits to their members long term.